Last week we got two major news dumps between two common opponents. Let's start with the first news dump. Logan Massa is set to return to Michigan, and he will fill the 174 hole that Michigan has been dying to fill all year so far. Massa is a two-time All-American, placing third at a very impressive 165-pound weight class back in 2017, losing to eventual champ Vincenzo Joseph 5-4 in the semifinals. He would have minor setbacks for a few years with injuries and massively tough brackets, but eventually All-American again at 174 for the Wolverines in last year's NCAA bracket. He would only lose to Bernie Truax of Cal Poly twice, once in the second round and once in the Conti semis. His return to Michigan is massive for the Wolverines, and that goes without saying. They go from possibly not having a national qualifier level wrestler to having major point scorer in March. Of course, Massa still has to go and perform in March, and there is also some questions regarding his health and current training. Considering Massa is pursuing a career in wrestling through freestyle, he's for sure still training, but the transition back into folk style might take some time, but he normally trains freestyle all summer and then switches back, so I think it will be fine. Congratulations to him because he also had a child in this time, so that might have been one of the reasons he was calling last year a senior year, but I guess the thought of just one more chance at a team and individual title in Detroit, Michigan was too good to pass up. The stars are for sure aligning for the Michigan coaching staff, with Massa returning and recent transfer Suriano joining the team. Of course, no heavy hitters for Michigan besides Ragusan, Storr, Lujan, Cam Amin, and Brucky have wrestled yet, so we will need to see how productive Massa, Suriano, Miles Amin, Michik, and Paris are, but they have proven themselves several times before, so I have no doubt in their success. Plus, one key thing to note, Paris and Massa dominated a semi-average Cleveland State bracket, so I think that is telling that they still got it. Clearly, Michigan needs Storr or Lujan to be a little bit more productive and maybe slip into All-American status to truly enter the conversation with Iowa and Penn State, but anything can happen in March, and maybe Michigan can gain a little Detroit magic. Last thing to mention that I alluded to a little earlier is that Massa competed at the Cleveland State Open this past weekend, and it was nice to have confirmation to see him actually wrestling. We actually saw Paris dominate some heavyweights as well, so his return could be soon too. Before I talk about Anthony Valencia leaving Team USA to wrestle for Mexico for the rest of his freestyle career. Hello everyone, my name is Tanner, and this is True Tan Wrestling. I do breaking news stories in the D1 college wrestling space, sort of like this one. I also do lineup breakdown and major event previews / recaps. If any of that sounds interesting to you, hit that like button and that subscribe button while you're there. And if there is anything you want me to talk about in future videos, leave a comment in the comment section below. Much appreciated. Now let's jump into Anthony Valencia. Now, talking about freestyle wrestling is a little out of my wheelhouse for this channel, I'll admit, but it is an amazing and fun-paced style of wrestling to watch, so I might not know as much as D1 college wrestling, but I still follow it heavily, especially domestic freestyle wrestling. I would even say freestyle does some things better than folk style, but that's for a different time. Several of my favorite wrestlers have gone on to have international success, and you can bet I was up at 4 in the morning for the Olympics and other world events. However, I normally don't cover this stuff, but one reason I am covering it is because Valencia is still a college athlete, plus this is a massive move for him and sort of changes the USA landscape at 74 kilograms. Valencia's best finish at Nationals was an 8th place finish, where he was a little banged up and medical forfeited to Cam Amin of Michigan, who actually got 2 medical forfeits on his way to 7th place, fun fact. Prior to last year, Valencia missed the podium by a hair several times, but has been a 4-time Pac-12 champ, with one of his wins coming over Shane Griffiths of Stanford, who would go on to win Nationals the same year Valencia would place. Unfortunately, Valencia would be banged up and wouldn't be able to compete at the Olympic trials, but it's still impressive he qualified for the event in general, but a shame he couldn't compete, of course. Valencia has a ton of age-level success, and his most recent senior success was at the 2020 Senior Nationals. He did not compete at the 2021 Senior Nationals, but this might have been because his move to the Mexico national team was in progress. Valencia's wins at Senior Nationals include beating a very good Hayden Hidlay and Evan Wick at 74 kilograms. But he would eventually lose to Logan Massa in the finals, who also is very good at freestyle. See, the video concepts sort of connect to Logan Massa, Anthony Valencia. Valencia is clearly one of the top guys at this weight class for America, so losing him stinks, but it is awesome for him that he will more than likely be the man for Mexico, and he'll be able to travel to Worlds every year. He said he's excited to represent a country that his parents and culture are from, so that is really awesome for Valencia and seems like a cool idea. He will be competing in an event that will help him qualify for the Mexico team on December 17th, so it looks like I'm editing him out of my collegiate duels preview video, but that's no big deal, should still be an exciting event. Obviously there are still guys like Noel, Staraki, and Dake for Team USA at 74 kilograms that are probably a little better than Massa and Valencia, but this still hurts the depth of the country and the weight class. Unlike Russia, we aren't losing our number 2 and 3 best guys, but there are still a few examples of really good Americans competing for other countries and leaving USA. For example, we have Sebastian Rivera, who competes for Puerto Rico for freestyle, the Amines wrestling for San Marino, where Miles actually placed bronze at the Olympics this year, and then of course Stefan Mitric, who was the 1 seed at the Olympics, not competing for America. As I said, our number ones for now are staying and are still the best guys by far. For example, Taylor teched Amine at the Olympics, but this could have a snowball effect, and it kinda already has, with guys leaving for other countries to compete at Worlds and other events. I do think it is cool to see multiple Americans in a weight at a world bracket, but it definitely could have diminishing returns on the depth of competition within a country. However, as of now, there is no problem with depth in America. I mean, at 79 kilograms, we have possibly 2 of the top 3 guys in the world, with Burroughs and Derringer, and Nolf is over in Russia being up on them, so 74 kilograms is just fine, and we are still chasing world titles every year. Valencia is hoping to bring home medals for Mexico, which is possible, but the 74 landscape is tough globally, with guys like Dake of USA, the Belarusian that beat Dake at the Olympics, Chamizo of Italy/Cuba, Sidikov of Russia, and I'm sure there's a ton more I am missing, but Valencia is a talented freestyler, so with the right placement, anything is possible to happen at Worlds. So guys, that was my thoughts on Massa returning to Michigan, Anthony Valencia continues career in Mexico, and a quick lesson on the international transfer landscape. If you like this video, hit that like button, and if you love this video, hit that subscribe button for more college wrestling content. If I missed anything, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, or if you want me to do more videos like this, I would love to hear about it. Other big news we saw was Battle at Bedlam go down this weekend, and that video should be out real soon. Mark Hall is set to go to Midlands, which I will cover in my Midlands preview, and honestly, the Cleveland State Open and UNI Open had some fire matches, so I would check out those results whenever you get a chance. Now, I hope you all have a great day, and thank you very much for listening.